Hello and welcome to my channel. In this tutorial we're gonna do this very easy stitch, 2 rows repeat. I think this is nice for, well, I don't know, a blanket. It's kind of bumpy. Yeah. This is one of the sides and this is the other side. The stitch is not reversible. So these are the sides. So in here where we change the colors. If you choose to work with many colors, for I think it's much easier with a variegated yarn. But I think this one it's nice for infinity scarf. It's nice to do a carpet. They're really bumpy. Yeah. It's really nice. Well, no matter what you choose to do with this stitch, make sure that you have a lot of yarn, because this one it's gonna eat a lot. Well, both sides are nice. Only 2 rows repeat. That's it. Okay. This stitch we're gonna chain multiples of 4, and after we chain multiples of 4, I have here 20 chains. We're gonna skip the first. Let me move this a little bit. We're gonna skip the first 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna skip, and into the 5th one we're gonna do in that chain 3 double crochets, and I'm working now with 3.0 millimeter crochet hook. So we're gonna do 2 more double crochets in that 5th chain from the hook. Okay, the 3rd one. And for this row, until we finish, we're gonna skip. We're gonna do like this: skip the next 3 chains, and into the 4th we're gonna put in there 3 double crochets. And the 3rd one, and we're gonna skip like this. You skip 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th chain we're gonna put in there 3 double crochets. And the 3rd one. Again, we're gonna skip the next 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th 3 double crochets, and you're gonna be left with 3 chains. So 1, 2, and the 3rd double crochet, and now you have left 3 chains. We're gonna skip the next 2 chains, and into the 3rd, the last one, we're gonna do only 1 double crochet, only 1 double crochet. It's gonna look like this, the first row. Okay, now we're gonna chain 1, turn your work. So now this one row you're gonna have different than the 2nd row. Yeah, so this row with a double crochet, you're gonna go into the 1st stitch and you're gonna do a single crochet, chain 1, and the next stitch from this cluster, the next stitch, the 1st double crochet from the 1st cluster, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna do a single crochet, yarn over the hook, and into the 2nd double crochet from the 1st cluster, the one in the middle, we're gonna do a puff, let's say. So it's best if you just turn it like this, and you're gonna pull once, go back again, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and the 5th time. So 5 times you're gonna go behind that double crochet and pull loops. So now we're gonna pull the yarn through all these loops, chain 1, and now you're gonna do a single crochet into that 2nd double crochet. So it's behind all this. It's right here. I don't know if you can see. It's right there. And you're gonna do a single crochet. You're gonna chain 1. You're gonna skip the next stitch, and you're gonna go to the next cluster, the 1st double crochet, the stitch there. skip this one and go to the first double crochet from the next cluster and do a single crochet, yarn over the hook. And now we're gonna do a puff through that double crochet, the one in the middle, the second double crochet from the cluster. And after you finish doing this, you're gonna go on top of the stitch behind this puff, and you're gonna do a single crochet. What you're gonna skip the third double crochet. Yeah, so now we're gonna do a puff into the second double crochet of this cluster, so 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th time. Pull the yarn through all the loops, chain 1, and now you're gonna do a single crochet into that second double crochet from this cluster. So it's right here, it's behind. If you pull it, you're gonna see it. This is the third double crochet. Yeah? So you go behind that, the second, and you're gonna do a single crochet, chain 1, and then you're gonna skip the third double crochet here, and you're gonna move to the first one from the next cluster, and you're gonna do a single crochet. And now we're gonna do a puff to this double crochet in the middle, and then you're gonna go to the second through the stitch, and you're gonna do a single crochet. Yeah, so we're gonna do the puff first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5th. Pull the yarn through all the loops, chain 1, and now you're gonna push this a little bit, and the stitch is right there. So you're gonna do a single crochet, chain 1, skip the next stitch, and move to the next cluster, the first one, and you're gonna do a single crochet in there. And we're gonna go to the second double crochet of this cluster and do a puff. 1, 2, 3, 4th, and the 5th time. Pull the yarn through all the loops, chain 1, and then you're gonna go behind where is the stitch. Yeah, if you're gonna pull that, you're gonna see the, because what you're gonna skip is this one. I'm gonna do a single crochet there, chain 1, skip the next stitch, which is the third one. You have the third double crochet from the last cluster and the chain that we skipped in the beginning. So skip the double crochet and go directly to the chain, and on top of that chain we're gonna do a single crochet. And now is the moment that you're gonna change colors if you want. So before, let's say you have to do the single crochet into this chain, the top chain, you're gonna go in there, pick up the loop, and then if you want, you can bring another color if you choose to work with different colors. Yeah, it's up to you if you like. So you have that, and you're gonna pull this through those 2 loops, yeah, and give a tug to the last color that you worked just a little bit. And now we're gonna repeat the row with the double crochets, 3 in well, the first row. So we're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Turn your work, and now 1 row you're gonna have with, you're gonna do a single crochet in front, and 1 row like this one, you're not gonna not single crochet, but 3 double crochets here in the beginning, 1 row, and then the next row is gonna, you have to jump to the, you're gonna skip all this. So this row we're gonna skip all this, the puff from the previous row. So we're gonna skip this, and we're gonna move to the space in between the puffs right here. So as you can see, you have like 3 lines there, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, we're gonna go below, we're gonna insert the hook between the first line on the bottom, this one, and the second one. So you're gonna go in between these two, and you're gonna do 3 double crochets in there. So 1, you see, right? So you're gonna go for the second and the third double crochet. You're gonna skip all this, the puff on that, and you're gonna go to the space between the puffs. So you have here the chains, a line and another one. So you're gonna go in between the bottom line and the second, right in between them. Yeah. So you're gonna do 3 double crochets in there. So 1, 2, and the third double crochet. Again, we're gonna skip all this, and we're gonna go the line between the bottom and the second, right there. And we're gonna put 3 double crochets in there. So 1, 2, and the third one. You have to remember how you started, with how many clusters of double crochets. Yeah. So since we have 4 double crochets, the set of double crochets, for now we have only 3. 1, 2, 3. We started with 4 at the bottom. You always should have the same number of clusters of double crochet or the puffs. Yeah. So we need to do 1 more cluster. So we're gonna go right here. You see that line? It's a line there and a space right here, and we're gonna do in there 3 double crochets. So 1, you see the line, 2, and the third one. I lost it. Okay, so we have 3 double crochets there, and at the end here we're gonna do a double crochet at the end. So now you're gonna chain 1, turn your work. So if you choose to work with colors, different colors, 2 rows, and you change the colors every 2 rows. So you do 1 row with a cluster of double crochets, and the next row you're gonna do with the puffs, and after that you change. When you start a new row with the clusters of double crochet, you're gonna change colors. So now we have here 3 double crochets and the double crochet at the end. We're gonna skip this one. Yeah, we chain 1, and now you're gonna go to the first double crochet of this cluster, and you're gonna do a single crochet, and the second double crochet from this cluster we're gonna do a puff, because 1 row you're gonna skip a stitch, and you're not gonna do when you have 1 row with single crochet into the first stitch, chain 1, and then you go to the first double crochet of the cluster and you do a single crochet. I'm gonna try to hurry up and show you the next row that you don't you're gonna have to do 2 single crochets one after another. So now we're gonna go to the second double crochet and we're gonna do a puff. Yeah, it's much better if you pinch it like this. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pull the yarn through all the loop, chain 1, and now we're gonna go behind this puff and we're gonna do the single crochet, chain 1, and now you're gonna move to the next cluster, and the first double crochet you're gonna skip this one, and you're gonna go to the first double crochet, gonna do a single crochet, and now we're gonna do a puff, the second double crochet of this cluster. If you like the puff a little bit smaller, you can go only 4 times. Depends. It's up to you how big you want the puffs to be. Yeah? So now we're gonna go behind and do a single crochet through that second double crochet that we work the puff, chain 1, skip the next stitch, and into the next we're gonna do a single crochet. We're not gonna chain anything. So now we're gonna do a puff to the second double crochet from that cluster. Chain 1, and then we're gonna do a single crochet through that second double crochet from this cluster, chain 1, you're gonna skip the next and into the next, the first double crochet, gonna do a single crochet, and now we're gonna do a puff. It's not quite so easy to work this this stitch, but not difficult either. It's just you're gonna do gymnastics a little bit with the hands. So we're gonna do a single crochet on top of that second double crochet from this cluster, chain 1, and now we're gonna do a single crochet into the chain, the top chain. You're always gonna finish with a single crochet with this when you do the puffs. So now, like I said, now is the moment that you're gonna change colors. Yeah, so you have 2 loops on that, and we're gonna bring the new color. Just make sure that it's not like this, just you have enough there. Looks like this. So now we're gonna chain 3. So you always should have 4, yeah, 4 clusters of double crochet, or whatever number you're gonna put. Just make sure that you have the same, because they're gonna be kind of not stuck on top of each other, the puffs, yeah, the next row. So now, oh boy, so many things. You see here, now we're gonna do 3 double crochets right here in the first the space here, so the closest to the cluster, that all this, you have a line there, yeah. So we're gonna go through that. So we're gonna do 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, you see, it's like this, and the line underneath. So the third double crochet. Okay, now we're gonna skip all this, and again the lines between the bottom and the second, we're gonna go in there and put 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. Move to the next, you skip, and you skip all these, and you go to the next. So we already have 4 clusters of double crochet, yeah? So now at the end, yarn over the hook, we're gonna finish with a double crochet at the end, right there. Now we're gonna chain 1, turn your work, and you see we have here the cluster of double crochet and the double crochet. So in this one, you're gonna go in the first stitch, you're gonna do a single crochet, chain 1, you move to the next stitch, and you're gonna do a single crochet in that first double crochet from the first cluster, and now you're gonna do the puff. So one row you're gonna have a single crochet, chain 1, immediately next stitch, single crochet. The other row you're gonna have just, you're gonna chain how do you say, 1, and then you're gonna jump straight to the first cluster of the row into the the first double crochet stitch, and you're gonna do a single crochet, and then you're gonna do a puff. It's not complicated, but boy, it's really gymnastics you do with this. But if you like, you can use this stitch for whatever project you want to do. So now we're gonna go behind and do that single crochet, chain 1, skip the next stitch and into the next, the first double crochet of the next cluster, single crochet, and then into the second double crochet from this cluster we're gonna do a puff. 2, 3, 4, and 5th. And you're gonna go behind, do a single crochet, chain 1, and so on. Yeah. So when you reach here at the end, you're gonna finish with a single crochet. You do the puff, the last cluster, you do single crochet, then you do a puff, then you go back to the second and do a single crochet, chain 1, and then you go straight to the chain on top of the chain, and you're gonna do a single crochet. Then you're gonna chain, you change the color if you want, you chain 3 and you start again. So if I am to do until the end, let's say, you're gonna have 4 puffs already. Yeah, it's not difficult, this stitch, but it's first of all it's a lot of yarn, and second it's a little bit gymnastics. Yeah. So I don't know if you like this and you want to do something like a carpet, like a something, I don't know. So this is the one of the sides, the back, and this is the front. Even a baby blanket, if you want, a blanket or something, a shawl. Yeah, you can do so many things with this. Yeah. Okay, well, this tutorial is long. Sorry for taking so long. Well, enjoy the stitch if you choose to do something with this. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.